Hey girls. Okay, well yesterday I got my phone call, so I'm going to tell you all about it. Um, I was going to a study group that was just me, my friend, and this girl that we don't know. And so we went to her house. And when we got there, I was kind of freaking out because I only had one bar of cell phone service there, and obviously I've been keeping my phone attached to me on the loudest volume because I really don't want to miss his call. So we're there, and I'm kind of looking at my phone, hoping, praying that if he does call, that'll have service. And so we had just gotten our books laid out. We were about to study, and my phone rang, and the area code, I think is 619. Let me check because I have it. Um, yeah. So it said 619, which I know is California. Also, my phone said San Diego area on it. And so my phone started ringing, and it said that number, and obviously, I kind of knew it would be him, and I, jumped into the air as soon as it started ringing, and I was like, oh my gosh! And then my friend, who knows that I'm expecting his call, is like, oh my gosh, is it him? And I was like, I don't know. And the poor girl whose apartment we were at, who we don't know, was just like, what's going on? And so I leapt into the air and ran outside onto her porch because I wanted privacy. And so I answered, and I was like, hello? And he was like, hey, baby. um, and let me just say, it was so weird. It did not sound like him at all. I knew it was him because he said, hey, baby. But that's my impersonation. It's not very accurate. Um, but his voice was really, really hoarse. I can assume that it's from saying yes sir all day long, screaming. Um, so his voice was really hoarse, but it was also really deep and manly. I don't know how to describe it. That's pretty much how I can describe it. Those Marines you see on TV, and they're like blah blah blah, strong, macho. That's what he sounded like. um, That's not just because that's what I have a vision of a Marine as. That's just his voice just sounded like that. And my friend whose boyfriend graduated last month, she said that his voice was like that too. And she said it wears off after about a week. So, oh my gosh, my computer fell asleep. Okay. So, yeah. Hey, baby. And then I was like, oh my gosh, is that you? And he was like, yes. And I was like, really? Because I just couldn't believe that it was him because I haven't talked to him for 3 months. Um, well, 2.5 technically. Feels like 5 years. And he was just like, yes, it's me. And I was like, oh my gosh. And then I was just like, I love you. And he just kind of got right down to business because the point of the call was he was supposed to work out travel arrangements. Um, make sure he knew how he was getting home, which he knew how he was getting home, but he asked anyways, and so he's like, do I need to buy a plane ticket? And I said no, and he said, are you guys driving down to get me? And I said yes. And he said, okay, so I have a ride there, and I said yes. And then he said, because usually they call a parent for this phone call. Usually they would call their mom or dad, and we knew he was going to call me because he said that he would in a letter to his mom. So he said right away, he's like, tell my mom and dad that I'm really sorry for not calling them, but I didn't want to have to choose between them. His parents are divorced, so he just said, make sure that they know that I love them. I just didn't want to have to choose between them, so I'm calling you. And so yeah, and then I was just freaking out. Okay, so he called at, let me tell you exactly when. He called at 4:46 p.m. and we talked for 4 minutes. And 4 minutes seriously felt like 10 seconds. Like, I just, by the time we were off the phone, I still like hadn't realized that I had just talked to him. Like, I didn't even get time to like take it in. I was just like, wait, this is what? I was just so unprepared for it. I kind of wish that I had written down like things I wanted to say or ask him in preparation. So maybe that's a tip for just if you're gonna get a phone call, because um yeah, as soon as we got off the phone, I was like, oh my gosh, I should have asked him this, or oh, I should have told him this and I forgot. But there's only 15 more days, so I'll have my chance. But um I was just kind of freaking out, and he was laughing at me. And um let's see. Oh my gosh, this is so exciting. So he told me, he's like, so guess what? I have some good news. And I was like, what? And so, they have 10 days after boot camp, before they go to SOI or MCT. And so that would mean that he would leave. My computer keeps going to sleep. That he would leave. He would come home, like he graduates December 17th, and then he would be home till the 28th because they have 1 day travel time. But he gets to stay till January 18th. Was I saying January before? I don't remember. December 17th to December 28th. So he gets to stay till January 18th. That's like 34 days. Because he got recruiter's assistance. So that's so exciting. I'm so happy because 10 days is not enough. It's not nearly enough. And I would have been happy, like, to see him for 10 days, but yay! And that also means he'll be home for my birthday. So happy birthday to me. My birthday's in January. And yeah, so that's really exciting. And then he wanted to tell me his schedule for the week. This was all very fast. It'll happen very fast, just like he kind of had to make me be quiet. He was like, Danielle, I have to tell you these things. So, let's see. Monday, this coming Monday, is the gas chamber. So, yeah, if they're in boot camp, graduating the 17th, if you guys have boyfriends or husbands or fiancés, they're doing the gas chamber this Monday. He sounded kind of nervous for that. I would be too. And so then the crucible starts on Tuesday, the Tuesday after the gas chamber, and then it goes, and then he was very sure to tell me that this next Thursday, not tomorrow, but the next Thursday, he will be a Marine. And he's like, just remember that on Thursday, I'm officially a Marine. So I'm very excited. I kept telling him that I was proud of him and that I love him. And I just kept asking, like, are you okay? Are you doing fine there? Are you healthy and stuff? And he's like, yes, I'm fine. And he's like, don't worry, I'm doing okay and I'm doing good. So he's doing good, yay. And I'm just so happy I got to talk to him. I've been having just a terrible week. Like, I've been so sad. I haven't gotten a letter for like 11 or 12 days, which is the longest I've gone without one. Which reminds me, I said that to him on the phone too. I was like, I haven't gotten a letter for 10 days. I was just like, why? Is everything okay? And he's like, yeah, I'm just really busy. I'm really sorry. And which I figured he was busy, and I don't care. Like, that's fine. I understand that he can't write letters. I just had to check and see why, because you never know. I mean, now I know the neighbors aren't stealing my mail, because you never know. When you're so desperate for a letter, there's lots of excuses that come to your mind, and one of mine was the neighbors are stealing my mail, the mailman hates me, and he's keeping my letters because my mailman knows that I'm waiting for his letters. Me and my mailman, we talked. Yeah. But anyways, no, he just hasn't been writing because he's busy, which is cool. Don't know where I was. Oh yeah, I was really sad this week. I can't focus. I have lots of midterms and papers and presentations this week. I couldn't focus. I couldn't do anything. I just sat and cried and watched marine videos online. Um, but this phone call made my day. It made my life. I just couldn't stop smiling. And so, of course, as soon as we got off the phone, I had to call his family. So I called his mom, I called his stepdad, I called his dad, I called his brother, and by the time all the phone calls were done, the study session was over. So I felt really bad and really rude because we went to this girl's house. I left as soon as I got there to go talk outside. I was out there for a really long time, and then the study session ended, so I didn't even participate. And I felt bad, but this was just a really big deal. And I tried explaining that to her, and I was like, I'm so sorry. Like, I feel incredibly rude. Um, but I haven't talked to him forever, and this is a big deal, and we've been waiting for this, and she was really nice about it. So, and then, of course, I asked him if he got the letter that I sent, saying that I want to, be with him. I don't know if you saw earlier videos, but we weren't really together when he left, which is, I mean, we've been together for 3.5 years. It was just kind of a, I don't want you, yes I do. It was really stupid, but I just want to make sure he got the letter saying I do for sure want to be with him, and he did. I was like, did you get my letter? And there was this pause, and he's like, which one, Danielle? And I was like, oh. And then I specified. Um, yeah, so I'm in a really good mood. It was emotional, like, he was, crying a little bit, but, I mean, I guess they all were, obviously, and I thought that I was gonna cry, and I kind of did at the end, but I didn't have time to, like, realize what was happening enough to cry, and I was just so happy to hear his voice, and so, and that happiness has carried on through today. I don't care. I don't think I'm gonna get any more letters. I actually sent him my last letter yesterday. No, 2 days ago. Because I figure he probably won't get any since there's only 15 days left, and part of that will be the crucible. He probably won't get any more letters, so I'm not sending anymore. I might write them and just give them to him later because writing letters has become part of my daily routine. And I don't know if he'll be writing me any more letters. I kind of wish I would have asked so I know if I can stop checking my mail. But I'm just really happy that I got to hear from him, and that happiness is carrying on through today. I'm in a really good mood. Still having a hard time studying because all I can do is daydream about seeing him. Like, yeah. So I'm just in a good mood. Plus, it's December 1st, and I've been listening to Christmas music all day and drinking hot chocolate, so what could be better? And, yep. So if anyone has any questions or comments, comment and question. I'll make another video soon. Alright, bye.